FIFA 21 is here, and with it comes a brand new pack animation, and even more complicated than ever, pack opening tells. How do you know if you're getting a board, a rare, a non-rare, a walkout, a special card? Today in this video, I'm going to explain all of them to you guys and show you how you can know, essentially, if you are smashing through a pack open, what players you are going to be getting and maximize your time, or just when you're watching some YouTube videos or some streams or something like that, you'll be able to see what's going on and understand how the YouTuber or the streamer knows what is coming in the pack before the pack is even open. So this is the FIFA 21 pack open animation. We have just packed a board. I wasn't actually paying attention properly to know if it was a walkout or not. It's an inform. Okay, so we've got ourselves an inform board. We got Caputo, and you can see in the background that this is actually my stadium. It's a little bit dark because the fireworks are going off and the lighting is centered on the cards, but you can just about make out the Everton flags at the back, and you can see the Everton badge above the door, the flags at the side, and the colours are my stadium. All of this pertains to this stuff here. So if I change this badge to the squirrel, I change the stadium theme and go for some green and purple paint instead of my blue. If we now go back and open a pack again, you will see that the pack opening animation has completely changed. Now, this actually isn't anything to do with the pack opening tells, but I wanted to say this because a lot of people were asking me about it. So we've got the squirrel, it doesn't have Everton flags, it's green. We've just got a board again, potentially a walkout. I wasn't paying attention. None of that. Wait, is this a walkout? No, it's a board. Okay. None of that has got anything to do with what you're getting in the pack. That is just something that people have been asking me about a lot, and it's all to do with how you've designed your stadium and what your club customization is. So ignore all that stuff. We are now going to go through and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how you can tell if you've got a non-rare, a rare, a board, a walkout, an icon, and so on and so forth. So let's just get straight into it. So first things first, we have got the non-rare pack, and we can tell immediately if we pause it at this screen that we have got a non-rare. And the reason for that is there is no extra lights around the edge of the card. That might sound a little bit crazy, and it becomes a lot easier to show you guys the difference if I go on and show you guys a rare pack instead, because it's a lot easier to spot the difference between the two of them than me try to explain around the edge of the card with the bit of the player on. There's some lights that light up, and you're looking for an absence of lights, but how can you know what lights you're not looking for if you haven't actually seen the lights? So let's open another pack. Let's show you guys another pack, and we will pause it on this screen again. But you guys can see in the top left corner, on the upper side of the card and just to the side, and then in the bottom right hand corner of the card as well, can you see that there's a little bit of a glow this time around the edge of the card, where it goes from what is the pack with the player on it to the nice beveled edges? There's a little bit of extra detail in there. So if I shift that to the side and show you guys the two of them next to each other, the non-rare and the rare, you should be able to see very clearly that there's an extra bit of glow, as if there's some light behind the doors trying to sneak out and get through the cracks in the top left and the bottom right of the pack, as if to say, I'm a rare, come on, I'm glowing, let me out, come and see this pack. So that is the very first thing that you can tell. If you get a pack that is basically just flat, boring and nothing, there's nothing else on the thing there, you've got yourself a non-rare, unfortunately, and it is a sad time to be opening packs for you. But if you've got them two lights, there is a chance that you've got yourself a board or a walkout. Now, this year's a lot different, actually, because there's no way to tell if you've got a board or a walkout before the doors have even opened, before the pack has even moved at all. You can tell if you've got a walkout as the doors open, and you can tell if you've got a board as you get into the doors, which is what I'm going to show you guys. The first possible time you're able to see if you've got a board or a walkout. But gone are the days where that if you've got a walkout, you'd see the FIFA logo on the floor as soon as you open the packs, and you just knew and you got so excited. That is not happening this year, and you've got to keep your eye out, and you've got to pay attention and notice and see the little cues as you go through the animation as to what you've got. But the first thing you can tell is non-rare versus rare, and it's to do with the lights around the top left and bottom right of the card. So now that we've gone through that, let's move on to a board. The first one that everyone really wants to know. And if you guys like to see more explanation kind of tutorial videos on this channel, drop a like, let me know down in the comment section. Comment of the day today comes from a Mr. Callum Begg, who said, why has Andy got so much hair on one side of his head and not the other? Well, I'm not really sure what to say to that, to be honest, Callum. Other than that, I spent an extra 30 seconds doing my hair today before I filmed, so I hope this is up to your apparently incredibly high standards. Yeah, if you guys would like to see some more tutorials and stuff, let me know what you'd like to see them on. We are running through the pack opening animations so that you guys can know them. Anyway, let's get in and open this next pack. This pack that is guaranteed to be a board because I'm not actually opening it. It is pre-recorded. And I will pause it as we open the pack and go into the tunnel. Pause it there. Now, this is, again, something that is very subtle and quite hard to tell. However, this is something that you are actually looking for. And I will show you guys an example of it not happening in a second, just so you can see the difference. Now, if you look down the tunnel and you can see all that mist and smoke that's getting fired, underneath it is a gold bar. That bar is the actual bar of the board. So when you get a board and it goes all the way through the tunnel, if you've got your two boards at the side, you've got your cards in the middle, and you've got the one running along the bottom. That thing you can see on the floor there is that bar that is running along the bottom of the board. You can literally see the boards at the end of the tunnel. That is how you tell it's a board. That is the first time you can possibly see that you've got a board. If we run this animation through, it then gives you the flag and the player position and the club and all that stuff. You guys know how the board stuff works by this point. But the very first point that you can see if you've got a board is when the doors first open and that bar along the bottom is visible at the end of the tunnel underneath the smoke. Now you might be thinking, Andy, what are you talking about? It just looks like glowing down the end. It just looks like it's part of the smoke. So what I'll do, this is when you don't get a board. This is just a normal rare card. If we pause it at the same spot, you'll be able to see underneath the smoke. You can kind of just see through to the grass and the stadium behind and stuff like that. And if we put them side by side and compare them, you'll be able to see board on the left, non-board on the right. Once you can see it, once it's there and once it's been pointed out to you, it's actually kind of obvious and really, really easy to spot. But seeing it when you don't know what you're looking for is kind of difficult because it just looked like stuff going on down the end of the tunnel, but that is the actual board that the player's card is standing on top of down the other end of the tunnel, and you can see it straight away as soon as the doors open. That's the first inkling you've got that you've got a good pack. Or you might think that it's not actually, because the walkout tell comes before the boards one. So essentially your logic when you're opening a pack, you see the very first screen, you go, okay, non-rare or rare, good, it's rare. You then get to see whether you've got a walkout or not. Hopefully you do. And if you don't, you're looking for that thing at the bottom of the tunnel to see whether you've got a board. But in order to show you guys that, I need to explain how on earth you actually tell that you've got a walkout. So let's run one more pack opening animation. And this is one where I packed a walkout. And if we pause it here, as the doors begin to open, you will see that there is 6 light bars down the side of the pack. Or down the side of the doors, I should say. 3 on the right and 3 on the left. And you'll notice something very peculiar about this one. And it's that the 3 lights on the right are perfectly lit up. Whereas on the left, the first light, the one closest to the door, doesn't actually turn on. Now, if I quickly run a board pack or a rare pack or anything like that, you guys can see that the lights actually light up normally. All 3 of them on both sides are there. However, if you spot that one of the lights, the one closest to the door on the left-hand side, hasn't lit up, that means in that pack, you are getting yourself a walkout. So essentially, the pattern you need to follow when opening packs is you see the first pack, you look for the lights in the top left and bottom right to know if you're getting rare or non-rare. As the doors open, look to the left of the door and see if all 3 of the lights light up. If they don't, you're getting a walkout. If they do, you've got to hope that as you go into the tunnel, you see the bar at the bottom to see whether you're getting a boards or not. And if you get none of them, but the lights, you're getting a rare. And I mean, if you didn't get the lights at the very start with the glow at the top left and bottom right of the card, you're getting a non-rare. It doesn't matter. It's just a non-rare. That is just how it works. So that is all of the tells for normal cards. It's a little bit different with special cards, and it's a bit strange because if I show you guys the animation for an inform board, it is exactly the same. As far as I can tell from studying these clips, it is exactly the same as just a normal board. There's no extra black for the inform going down the walls or anything like that, which I was a little bit confused about, because when you pack a CONMEBOL card, you can see the walls as you move down the tunnel are orange. So it made sense in my head when I went back to check that the walls for a inform would be all black instead of gold for the normal cards. But that's not how it works, and I'm not really sure why. It's the same as well for icons. I packed myself an icon. This is a clip from my Twitch stream. And the walls, again, are just normal gold and exactly the same color as a normal card. The thing you can tell with icons, though, is when the doors first open and the sparks shoot across the front of the door, they're normally gold, but when you get an icon, they're white. It's very subtle, but it was enough for me to tell. When I opened that pack on my stream, my face changed when I seen them, because I know from previous years that in the last game, the lights trickling down, or the flares and the sparks trickling down above the lights, they were white when you got an icon instead of gold. It's very, very subtle, but you can tell that you're getting an icon from them flares going off white instead. And then I suppose that leads on to the question of what will other special cards be, because the informs and the icons have the same walls, but the icons have different flares. The informs have the same flares as far as I can tell, and then the combo ball cards have the same flares but different coloured walls. So for example, future stars cards, are they going to have pink walls and pink flares? Are they just going to have pink flares and normal coloured walls? I'm not really sure, but that's something we're going to need to find out. The same goes for team of the season and team of the year. How are they going to differentiate the blues between them? I don't really know, to be honest with you, and that's something we're going to have to find out and learn as you go through the game, and I'm sure we'll get an indication of it when Want to Watches come out. But they are the 4 big ones: the rare, the non-rare, the board, and the walkout, and that is exactly how you tell what pack you are getting in FIFA 21. So there we go, that is the end of that video. I hope that is some useful information for you guys as you start your FIFA 21 journey. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to run a few of my packs from last night in no particular order, and let me know down in the comment section how many of them you got right and how many of them you got wrong from that new info that I've just told you. Can you spot at the earliest possible moment what is going to be coming out of them packs? I'll roll a few of them, test yourself, go and see what you guys can get right, and let me know down in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, subscribe to this channel if you are new around here. There'll be loads of FIFA 21 content coming up on here as well as on my main channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon for another video.